Daniel never thought an anniversary night could feel so heavy and exciting at the same time. The house glowed with warm lights when he opened the door, soft music floating through the air. Candles lined the table and a banner wished him a happy anniversary. For a moment, he felt lucky. 5 years with Emily had passed quickly. They had built a life full of love, small fights, and big dreams. He believed they were strong. Emily stood near the window, smiling in a blue dress, her eyes shining in the candlelight. But beside her stood Lily, her younger sister who had come from California for a visit. Daniel was surprised to see her. Lily usually visited during holidays, not on special couple moments. Still, he welcomed her with a warm hug. Something about her smile felt nervous, like she was holding back words. Dinner was already prepared. The smell of roasted chicken and fresh bread filled the room. They sat together, talking about old memories, laughing about silly moments from the past. Emily shared stories from their first year of marriage. Lily joked about childhood adventures with her sister. Daniel laughed, but inside he felt a strange tension. Emily kept watching him closely, and Lily kept looking down at her plate. As the plates were cleared away, Emily poured wine into 3 glasses. Her hands shook just a little. Daniel noticed. "Is everything okay?" he asked softly. Emily forced a smile. "Yes. I just want tonight to be special." They moved to the living room where candles glowed on the coffee table. Outside, the wind brushed against the trees, making soft sounds. Daniel felt like something important was coming. Emily took his hand and squeezed it. "Daniel," she said gently, "we love you, both of us." The words surprised him. Lily shifted in her seat, her face pale. Emily continued, "Marriage is built on truth. I promised myself I would never hide my feelings from you." Daniel's heart beat faster. "Emily, what are you talking about?" She took a deep breath. "I've noticed changes. Not in what you've done, in how you look at Lily sometimes, in how you listen when she speaks. It's not wrong, it's human, but it's there." Daniel stood up slowly. "No, Emily, I would never betray you. I love you." "I know," she said quickly. "This isn't about cheating. It's about feelings before they grow into something dangerous." Lily's eyes filled with tears. "I tried to ignore it," she whispered. "I didn't want to feel anything. But when I talk to you, Daniel, I feel understood. I hate that I do." Daniel felt like the room was spinning. "Lily, your family," he said. "I care about you, but my heart belongs to Emily." Emily nodded. "I believe you. But hearts can get confused when people spend time together." I didn't want silence to turn into secrets. The candles flickered between them, shadows dancing on the walls. Emily held Lily's hand. "I don't want lies in our home. I don't want pain later when we could talk now." Daniel ran his fingers through his hair. "So what does this mean?" Emily's voice trembled. "It means tonight isn't just about celebration. It's about facing something hard." Lily wiped her tears. "I never wanted to hurt you, Em." "I know," Emily said softly. "That's why I'm talking, not shouting." Daniel's chest tightened. "I feel guilty even hearing this." Emily looked into his eyes. "Don't. You haven't done anything wrong. Feelings come quietly. But we choose what to do with them." Silence filled the room. Emily finally said, "I wanted tonight to be honest, to protect our marriage before it breaks." Daniel realized how brave she was. Most people would ignore the signs. She chose to face them. "But what if things change?" he asked. "They already have," Emily answered gently. "But change doesn't always destroy. Sometimes it saves." Lily stood up slowly. "Maybe I should leave for a while." Emily looked surprised. "Lily, no," Lily said softly. "I love you too much to stay and let emotions grow." Daniel felt pain in his chest. "You don't have to go." "I do," Lily replied, "because I respect your marriage." Tears rolled down Emily's face as she hugged her sister tightly. "This hurts," Emily whispered. "But I'm proud of you." The moment was heavy but full of love. Daniel watched them, realizing how close he had come to a future filled with regret without even noticing. When Lily pulled away, she looked at Daniel with sad eyes. "I'm sorry if I made things complicated," she said. "You didn't," he replied quietly. "Life did." Emily took Daniel's hands again. "I wanted tonight to be a reminder," she said, "that love needs care, not silence." Daniel nodded slowly. "I understand." The anniversary candles were burning low now, wax dripping down their sides like tears. The celebration had turned into something deeper, something painful yet meaningful. Outside, the wind grew stronger, shaking the windows softly. Daniel realized that love was not just romance and happiness. It was facing uncomfortable truths before they destroyed everything. And as he looked at Emily's brave face and Lily's broken smile, he knew this night would change their lives forever. But how those changes would unfold, he didn't yet know. The hardest part was still ahead. The house felt quiet after the truth came out, like the air itself was holding its breath. The candles were almost burned down and the soft music had stopped playing. Daniel sat between Emily and Lily, his hands resting on his knees, his mind racing with thoughts he never expected to face on his anniversary night. Emily stood up and walked toward the window, looking outside into the dark street. Her reflection in the glass looked tired but strong. "I don't want this to tear us apart," she said softly. "I love you, Daniel, and I love my sister, but love only survives when it's honest." Daniel nodded slowly. "I've never wanted anyone but you as my wife. But I can't lie and say I didn't feel a connection with Lily. Not in a romantic way, but in comfort. She listens. She understands." Lily's voice shook. "That's what scared me too. It started with talking, then laughing, then feeling safe. I kept telling myself it meant nothing, but feelings don't disappear just because we want them." Two. Emily turned back toward them. Her eyes were wet but calm. "That's why we stop it now," she said, "before it becomes something that destroys everything." The words felt heavy, but also clear. Daniel stood and walked toward Emily. "I don't want to lose you," he said. "You won't," she replied gently, "but we need boundaries." Lily looked down. "I think I should go home tomorrow." Emily walked to her and hugged her tightly. "Space will help. Not because you did wrong, because healing needs distance sometimes." Daniel felt a sharp pain in his chest. Lily had brought laughter into their home, and now that laughter felt like a memory already fading. They sat together one last time that night, talking openly about small moments they had ignored before. The late-night talks in the kitchen, the long drives when Emily worked late, the jokes that felt a little too personal. None of it was harmful alone, but together it had built a quiet, emotional closeness. "I should have paid more attention," Emily said. "Not with anger, with care." Daniel reached for her hand. "I should have noticed the line before it blurred." Lily wiped her tears. "I should have stepped back sooner." There was no blame in the room, only understanding. Later that night, Lily packed her suitcase in the guest room. Emily helped her fold clothes, both of them crying softly. "I never wanted to be the reason for pain," Lily whispered. "You're not," Emily said. "You're the reason we're being honest." They hugged tightly again. Daniel waited in the hallway, feeling like his heart was being pulled in two directions. When Lily came out with her suitcase, he walked toward her. "I'm sorry if I ever made you feel confused," he said. "You didn't mean to," Lily replied. "We're all human." She hugged him briefly, then stepped back. "Take care of her," Lily said quietly. "She loves you deeply." "I will," Daniel promised. The front door closed softly behind Lily. The house felt empty. Emily leaned against the wall. tears falling freely now. Daniel wrapped his arms around her. "This hurts," she said. "I know," he whispered. They stood like that for a long time, listening to the silence. That night they lay in bed facing each other, talking until morning. They spoke about their fears, their dreams, and the parts of marriage they had neglected while busy with life. "I miss us," Emily said. "I miss us too," Daniel replied. They promised to spend more time together, to talk more, to protect their marriage like something precious. The next weeks were difficult. Lily sent messages saying she had arrived safely. She kept her distance not because of anger, but because of respect. Daniel and Emily went on long walks, cooked dinner together, and talked about everything. Slowly, the heaviness began to lift. One evening, Emily smiled again the way she used to. "I feel closer to you than I have in years," she said. Daniel squeezed her hand. "So do I." Months passed. The pain turned into understanding. The fear turned into strength. Lily visited again after a long time. This time the air felt lighter. They hugged warmly, like family, not confusion. They talked, laughed, and shared stories. But there was a clear line of respect. Emily watched them with calm eyes. No fear in her heart. Later that night, Lily prepared to leave. "I'm proud of you both," she said. "You chose love the hard way." Emily smiled. "So did you." After Lily left, Daniel held Emily close. "I almost lost everything," he whispered. "But you didn't," she replied. "'Cause we chose truth." Daniel looked at her with gratitude. That anniversary night had started as a celebration. It became a test. And in the end, it became the moment that saved their marriage. Love didn't always come with easy feelings. Sometimes it came with hard choices, but those choices made it stronger as they sat together in the quiet house. Daniel realized something important. The real surprise that night wasn't pain. It was learning how deep love truly runs when people fight for it. And this time, nothing would break them again.